Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Whatever Wednesday, the show I do midweek each week, where I talk about whatever and throw you some music recommendations to get you over the second half of the hump. If you like that, go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to be doing this every week. But before all that, what are we watching the first half of the week down with? Ninja Porter from Asheville Brewing Company. And as always, remember, just the one, because it's a school night. Be responsible. All right, so housekeeping, not a whole lot going on for you. I'm really kind of waiting on that amp to show up. If you're new here, I had pre-ordered a Supro Delta King from Sweetwater because Sweetwater allows you to, break up your payments. And I was told, last update I was given was expected last week of March. It's now the second week of April, and no word on that. Obviously not Sweetwater's fault. They just don't have... They haven't been given the thing yet to give to me, but they don't charge you until they ship the item, and it's just, we're playing like a game of Russian roulette here as to whether or not there's going to be money in my account when they pull that trigger. So if you want to be fantastic and help with that, you can go into the description where I have my link for my Patreon as well as a PayPal account you can tip to, as well as my link tree. There's a tip jar in there. There's just a lot of ways that you could throw me cash if you felt like it. No pressure. We're just talking, just saying things out loud. Anyway, enough of that nonsense, enough of that silliness. We're going to go get right into the music recommendations. That is my favorite part of these anyway. It's very fun when I have people tell me that they enjoy the music that I'm recommending, because it's like good, because it seems like I don't know anyone else who listens to the music I do, so I'm glad you dig it. As always, every song mentioned has a link down in the description to a YouTube video where you can go ahead and listen to it for yourself. And all right, here we go. First up is a song called Liberty Belle by Fontaines, DC. Y'all remember the Ramones? Remember when punk sounded like that? This song sounds like that. This tune sounds like it's full blast on a stage that's too small in the back of some grimy hole-in-the-wall pub, sung in an accent that's as thick as the stout that it's slurring on. But everyone's having a good time. I'm having a good time. It's a good band. It's a good night. People are rocking out. So if you like the old style of sort of pop punk, I guess the Ramones were sort of the roots of pop punk, right? Is that sacrilegious? I don't know, because I feel like punk is like almost synonymous with the Ramones, but I also feel like they sound a lot different than a lot of other acts that are considered punk, like a little more polished and bouncy. I don't know. But anyway, Fontaines, DC, Liberty Belle. Give it a listen. Next up is a song called Pain of Infinity by a band called The Dirty Nil. I'm going to pull this quote straight off of allmusic.com, so this is not me. This is a quote. Canadian trio The Dirty Nil play a staggeringly loud, blown-out melange of hard rock and punk with hoarse, raw vocals. It's a good one, John D. Buchanan of AllMusic. That's a good description. This song's actually a little angrier than I would usually listen to. I'm a pretty chill dude, if you haven't figured out by now. But the guitar hook is just so dang catchy. And I think we can all relate to the themes of the song. Being in a relationship that feels one-sided, but from the other person's perspective, it feels one-sided to them. And in the end, it turns out maybe both of you just suck. That's what I took away from the lyrics, at least. I don't know. You let me know. Anyway, which way, it's still a rockin' jam. Go ahead, give it a listen. Number 3 here, Going Down, The Mystery Lights. Now we take a psychedelic turn. Not in the wild, frantic way like with King Gizzard a few videos back, but in a smooth and mellow, bloodshot and squinty-eyed kind of way, you know what I'm saying? This song harkens back to the dreamy and suave psych pop rock of the 60s with a modern sort of punk garage rocky edge. Like, it's got the attitude, but it's still nice and smooth. It's a good listen for a wind down, so if you appreciate that sort of old style psychedelia, then this is for you. Fourth up, flying through like always, we are at a song called All Alone by a band called Me Like Bees. I don't think I've ever heard a song about loneliness and self-isolation that's put me in such a good mood. This almost feels like a church song, it's so jubilant. Not a Catholic church song, obviously. We're a bit less bouncy. It's got like a quasi-country, southern folk rock, honky-tonk kind of feel to it. It's one of those songs that you're going to want to clap along to it. You're going to want to stomp your feet on the old wooden boards to it, and you're going to want to sing the chorus in a register that you can't quite reach, but you don't care because you're having a good time. The song's a good time. Despite the not super fun subject matter, it is a good time to listen to. But sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you need your sad songs to be happy. Fifth and last, and most certainly not least, a song called Carry Me by East of Angels. I couldn't find, I don't think East of Angels is a band. I do think it's a singular Dude. I couldn't really find. Correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead in the comments and tell me that I got that wrong. The song starts with the words, "Here we go." And it certainly feels like you're being grabbed by the hand and whisked off to something big. It's acoustic folk punk, alt Americana, and it's got this thumping beat and this plucking guitar that just leads you along as they themselves were the footsteps treading upon the winding roads, tracks, and stairs, which lyrics mention. It's hard to listen to this song and not feel like you should be going somewhere, whether it be like physically going someplace or just, in life. Anyway, I love it. Go check it out. It's a really good tune. And that does it. That's all for me. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like any of the recommendations that I gave you, go ahead and like this video, please. If you like getting music recommendations and you think we have similar taste in music, go ahead and subscribe. Why not? What do you got to lose? Are you scared you're not going to watch me enough to justify a subscription? You don't watch half the things you're subscribed to anyway. I know it. You know it. Go for it. Help a man follow his dream. As always, don't bother sharing this video. If you liked any of the music that I recommended, go ahead and share the music. Support the artist. They're the ones out there doing the work. I'm just the one talking about it, so go ahead and show them some love. For myself, though, I have links to Patreon in the description, social media, all that. Various ways to support financially so we can keep this train a-chugging. Anything and everything's very much appreciated. Even nothing is very much appreciated. If you made it to this far in the video, that's appreciated. No matter what goes on, no matter what you do, I will see you next week. Cheers, y'all.